Gate 14 podcast. What a weekend for the boys. What a weekend for the brand. I am now joined by two guys who lost in grown men beer league hockey championship. You hate to see it. You really hate to see it, but that's just, I respect that because it keeps you guys grounded from how big of a weekend we had, Avery. So that's why I respect that.
Yeah, they can't all be wins, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Someone's got to lose, and it most definitely was us tonight.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. But JR, how you doing, man? How are you feeling after that little tough little beer league loss for the boys? How are you feeling?
I'm hurt. Seriously hurt. I was taking a shower and saw a cross check mark size of a ball on my back, my lower back. So I'm definitely not feeling good. Both my elbows are bruised. Feels like I went to war. And it was just a men's league final.
Jared plays men's league hockey like it's the NHL, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
He's
Why
cycling the puck. He's screaming cycle.
Well,
Yeah,
we play in
fuck.
like decent
Mhm.
enough hockey where that stuff goes on, but because it was the finals, it was basically a full body contact game.
Yeah,
today.
like I was yipping this guy. Me and him it gets to a point where you're yipping each other that you end up just respecting each other at the end of the game, and that's exactly what happened. We were yipping each other the entire game. He did a dirty play, and he told me after. He made a comment to me after, like right after, and I was like, "You fucking, I knew you would do something like that, buddy." So we were just going at it all game. But hey, I mean, it's good, man. Ave and I have to get our competitive edge out somehow after that Jays game. So
I can respect that, but you want to talk about war? I mean, we went to war last night, JR. You and I went to war last night. Drunk Johnny tweets where I woke up and I was like, did I really tweet I'm 6'1"? Yeah,
I
the
didn't even
drunk
see
tweet,
that tweet.
the drunk we got after him, man. So I'll give the people the backstory. So we go, our camera guy, by the way, I want to give a shout out to Judah. What a
Great
fucking
guy.
legend. All-time camera guy. Doesn't want to be in the spotlight. Was just behind us, just recording me, recording us, recording fans coming up to us. It was all time. I'm excited to see the vlog. But so we go to this Loose Moose, I think it's called, and I get 3 vodka Red Bulls off the rip. I'm getting after it. All right. So we go to the game, and I think I had one drink at the game. So I was kind of like, damn, if we're staying here tonight, I gotta get my money's worth. And everyone calls me a lightweight, Johnny lightweight, Avery calls me lightweight. I had to have 10 plus vodka Red Bulls at this bar, JR. 10 plus
they were doubles.
easily. They were doubles. I was absolutely drinking every motherfucker under the table at this bar. Everyone.
It's because I wasn't there.
Whose fault is that, JR, whose fault is that?
Yeah.
I heard you guys
Yeah.
got in a screaming match.
No, we got
No.
it wasn't a scream. It was an unnecessary screaming match. We're not going to
We
go
just-
into it.
I need to go into it. I need to
It
know
was
who's
just
right.
over logistics.
It was
So
a podcast
I was just,
logistics. It was a legit. It wasn't about the podcast. It was a logistics issue.
Okay.
I
We
was
had
just
to-
mad
And as a
because I
neutral
wanted-
party, if anything's about logistics, I'm gonna probably take Jared's side over Johnny's.
No,
but
Johnny
no.
was. We agreed that it was my fault.
Oh,
Part of it was my fault. It goes deeper than just our conversation.
Yeah, so
It's
that's
a
why I don't
deep-
even want to really go into it. It doesn't even make sense. It was just like such a dumb, like, I just want to start drinking argument. Because originally JR wanted us to walk
Mhm.
30 minutes to go back to Chris's house.
and that's why I left. Like I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And then and his original reasoning was he wanted to drop the jersey off and his sunglasses. Meanwhile, he has a car beside the Rogers Center. So I was like, why are we doing this? Why are we walking 30 minutes to drop off a fucking jersey? That was the entire argument. We just
Mhm.
kept going circles in that argument and me being like, why are we doing this? What's the point of us doing this? So that's pretty much what it was. But he wanted to just not have to spend money on drinks. So that's kind of, he wanted to drink at Chris's house. But anyways, so Luplo texted us. We go over for dinner with Luplo, and now JR and Loops are just like boys. Like they were exchanging fucking numbers. Luplo, who JR works for Cuts Clothing, that's why he's moving to LA, was wearing a Cuts Clothing shirt. And JR just came to it. It was like, oh my God, bro.
I didn't notice at first because usually like I'll notice that they're wearing cuts, but it was so goddamn dark in there, and he was wearing a brown shirt. And I didn't think it was. I don't even think that color is like because when he got his package or whatever from Cuts, it was like 2 years ago. So I don't even think we sell that color still. But it was funny that he wears Cuts because I didn't even what happened was I was saying we were talking about how I was moving to LA, and I told him the company, and he's like, "This is Cuts."
Yeah, no, it was
It wasn't
sick.
like I noticed him, and then we were
Yeah.
talking, which is even funnier. But he's a great guy, man.
He is. He's such. That's why I root for him to be good so hard. Is 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
it
he's
was
such a
it was
good.
awesome watching him. Like it was Abe, we were talking about how like next time loops and we go to the game, we gotta sit in the outfield, like right side in the outfield.
And just get the Luplo chance going. Yeah, no, it was a good night, but we got to talk about the night that took over the internet. Kikuchi Korner. We did it. We fucking did it, man.
It's
like
dude, crazy.
I was searching it on Twitter, and there was hundreds of tweets about Kikuchi Korner,
Yeah.
and I know we rag on Buck Martinez, but I want to give him a shout out, man. That he didn't have to say that. Like, he didn't have to exactly say Kikuchi Korner. He could have just said it was like a Kikuchi fan section there or anything like that. The fact that he said Kikuchi Korner is so massive for the brand. It's absolutely fucking insane. And the amount of, like, the K's were a game changer. The Japan flags were a game changer. It was just an all-time. I mean, it was a really, like, where were you moment in Gate 14 history, to be honest. Like, I'm happy I was sober for that moment because it fucking ruled. Like, just the fans were going crazy. Kikuchi carves. They mention us on Sportsnet. Our phones are fucking exploding. Avery, I mean, was it everything you expected, or was it like just exceeded it like crazy?
So I would like to say, first of all, thanks to everyone who came out and for being like respectful. I thought it was going to be an idiot zone because we're idiots. We bring that off. I thought it was going to be bad. Like, I was like,
yeah,
like it might get bad. I said I felt bad for people in the section, but it was respectful, just cheering good goddamn baseball, and it was awesome to see. So thanks to everyone who came out for that, and thanks for not being dickheads, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's all you can ask for, pretty much.
It's like I said, man, I'm excited for the next one. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to make the next one because it's at 1:00 on a fucking Wednesday. I don't think I work that week, so I might have to solo rip it. But I might have to solo. But I think it's going to be impossible for me to get tickets.
What's the next thing? What are your big plans for Kikuchi Korner? Like,
I just want to
be
be
perfect world.
It's I was looking,
it has a mind of its own now.
It's only 3 tickets left. And if you go on Vivid Seats and StubHub, there's only one section sold out in the 500s that they're not offering, and it's only section 530 for that game.
Do you think maybe the team did that?
No, I think it's two things. So I know
maybe the Jays are trying to fuck us over.
I know schools do stuff like that, right? Because it might be a school day. It might be a school section. One, it might be a school section, or two, it's just the word spread like crazy. But I'm expecting. I say we don't do it every single Yusei start because then it gets old. I want it to be spot starts. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, I guess, but I want it to be like special where it's like we can get, because now everyone knows about it. We could get like 2 sections just full of people, you know?
I think we could easily do that. Would be to get the team on board and like them make the K's or something would be like,
yeah. If it was like Felix Hernandez's one and it was first level to the right side, oh my God, that would be like where the corner is on the right and everyone was there. Oh, I'll
tell you what, though, I am pissed that no one asked Yusei about it. I'm mad that we didn't get a quote on what he thought.
Why did they interview Jansen on his birthday over Kikuchi, who had 9 strikeouts?
English, Jer.
Yeah, so bring the translator out.
True.
I mean, like, interviewing Jano on his birthday and then asking him about how Yusei was throwing is just
I would have liked to hear from Yusei because the crowd would have went fucking bananas. And honestly, another part of me was hoping that he would have gotten taken out in the middle of an inning.
Yeah,
so we could have had like a standing O, and he could have at least tipped his cap and acknowledged us. We kind of got sewered with that, but it was
crazy.
If we were in
the hundreds, he would know. Like,
that's why the hundreds. I think one of these days we just go full out and call it hundreds on a weekday. And we can get them for decently cheap.
Yeah, because the weekend was crazy, especially that game.
The weekend will be too expensive for the to hundreds.
For sure. But I wanted to touch on it because it was a real like crazy moment when because this is what happened. So I was obviously being filmed the majority of the time and stuff like that. Then my phone just started getting a fuck ton of notifications. And I look at it and it's just like, holy fuck, you're on Sportsnet. Holy fuck, you're on Sportsnet. Holy fuck, you're on Sportsnet. It was insane. Like Buck Martinez and Dan Schulman openly talking about Kikuchi Korner is the craziest thing I think that's ever happened on this podcast. And it's like by a substantial margin.
Like Buck that much, but that was nice for him to say, for sure.
It was, because he didn't have to do that. They could have just panned to it and they could have said, "Oh, look, there's a Kikuchi. There's some Kuchi fans up there." The fact that he said Kikuchi Korner, like we just said, it makes it so much cooler. So I just wanted to give a thank you to everyone that showed up and all the tweets and stuff like that, because fuck, it was awesome. And it
didn't help that it was probably his best start as a Blue Jay.
Yeah. It was. I mean, he was insane. But let's talk about the Friday game first. So for Friday, we were there with the score bet. They got us really good tickets. And what Jose Berrios, this is what we were talking about, boys, when we're saying he is the most frustrating pitcher on the planet, because he does stuff like he did on Friday where you're just like, what the fuck? Like, why can't you just do something in the middle of this? Like, I'm not asking you to be Cy Young. I'm not asking you to be a trash can. Just be somewhere in the middle. He was so good on Friday, man. So fucking good on Friday, Abe.
Yeah. Again, that's why you get mad and get frustrated at good players. I see the TikTok comments of chirping you saying, "Oh, he stunk out loud," but then you give a guy his flowers when he's good. Like, obviously he had such a better outing, and it's frustrating. You see a guy had so much potential, pretty good in his first half season here, right, from Minnesota, and then it's just gone. Like, everything, the swings and misses are there. It was nice for him to see a little change in the pitch mix again, maybe, but with a ton of changeups. But fuck, man. So you were right. He is so frustrating because it looks like he can be so good.
He was so good. Like, hitters were off balance, weak contact for majority of the appearance, weak contact. And it's just like, fuck, dude. Can we like, because you know how good he is. We all know how good he is. And he never pitches like this. And we called it on the podcast. We said that was going to be the best start of the year so far for him, was against his best opponent. And what does he do? He carves the Tampa Bay Rays and hands them their first loss. It was just the most Toronto Blue Jays thing ever. That's what it was. It was the most Toronto Blue Jays series ever.
It was awesome. Like, obviously a win against the Rays. You'll take that any time of the week. And what sucks for the Jays is 2 straight series where you build momentum early, and then it's like kind of a crapshoot in the last one when you should be sweeping the bad teams. When you have a team dead to rights, kind of like the Rays were, it would be nice to just bounce on them, but then you don't get a 0 to start the game. But Jose Berrios was awesome. Awesome game again, thanks to the score. But it was nice to be in the stadium for the first time again. And then the content we did, the Jordan Romano video is one of the funnier things I think I've ever filmed in my life, and just use it all the time. I'm gonna put the music in the background and make it a clip. Like, he's coming out for sure, and tweet that every time. But fuck, was that really funny? And then we definitely got to see the pick on the Schneider's dog too.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was an all-day content day. And I guess let's talk about the renovations to the Rogers Center. So we kind of got to see all of it we didn't see all of it we saw the 100 level, the catch bar, and then Schneider's on Friday, and then the 500 level ones on Saturday. What were your guys' thoughts on the catch bar? Because I made a video on it. I didn't post it, but it's just, you're not at a baseball field when you're there. It's like, I know stadiums are kind of evolving and stuff like that, but when you talk about when we were at Busch Stadium, Avery, there's not really a fucking nightclub in right field where you just don't hear the game. That's what it was at the catch bar. It was like I was at Queen Street Warehouse or some shit, and I wasn't because me and JR were there because we wanted to go see what it was like and all that type of stuff. And the Rays hit a home run, and I had no fucking idea.
They hit back-to-back home runs. We didn't even hear it.
Yes, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, at some point, it's what are we doing here? It's
so I'll like to rebuttal with that on the Jays side, because I agree 100%. You have no idea there's a baseball game going on. You have a DJ there, so you can't hear the sounds of the game. But for casual baseball fans who are just going to the game to get pissed drunk in their seats, they're just going to get pissed drunk in the outfield and make the building look more full on TV.
It's a good point.
Instead of in the 500s where you're not going to really get, it looks like an awesome time out there. People are enjoying themselves. And if you're going to get young people into the game, and that's the way that you're going to do it, you will bring people in. We were in the Corona Lounge. It was legit a Toronto bar.
Mm-hmm.
Just the amount of people, how busy it was, how loud it was, and you just couldn't tell there was a baseball game unless you're on the railing. But I think it's something different. Like, happy to get people in the building, no matter which way you can do it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess with the general admission tickets, it's you pretty much, people are treating it as like cover at a bar, right? Where it's like $20 cover to get into Queen Street, or I know I'm mentioning it a lot, but other bars and stuff like that, where it's like $20 gets you in. You go to the bar, you just sit down and just shoot the shit with your buddies or try to pick up girl or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, I mean, it looks crazy. One thing that my mind can't comprehend is how they just cut the cement. So where like the cash bar is just like an empty, and then it's just like there's no cement over it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the logistics of that, but it looks cool that it's just like an open concept where you could just walk and just stand there and you could just see the 500s on top of you and you could see the game. I like that aspect of it too. I think it's cool. I guess it makes sense doing it because it attracts more people to go. And I guess guys can bring their girlfriends and their girlfriends can hang out with their friends when the boys are just chilling, that they could just fuck off to the couch bar or the Corona Lounge. So it does make sense. It's just so fucking loud in there, man. It's so loud.
Just think about guys who are kind of our age. It's 3:00. Let's go to the Jays game pregame for the night. Perfect time to go out and just kind of get drinks and be in a different setting for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, the Schneider place is
and you can fall in love at the Corona Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes,
if you tried to find love at the Corona Lounge, you can do it.
I think we got to just get the Jays on board. We should do a reality show like Love Island, like us three. And we have to figure out, well, JR is going to be in Cali probably by the time we get the logistics of Love Island figured out. But we just have a shit ton of applicants trying to get with the Gate 14 boys. And we just film a Love Island or MILF Manor, maybe something along those lines, where we just try to find love at the Corona Lounge, like a reality TV show. I think that makes the most sense.
I should do the the TikTok series where the guy says find the hottest person here, and then they got to go ask the person to kiss them.
Yeah,
that's what we should do. But
kiss or slap
version. Yeah,
kiss or slap
every time.
I was there for a small amount of time at the Corona Lounge on Saturday. I couldn't really get a clue of it. The lines were so fucking long,
so big,
and like I could see it. You could definitely fall in love there, but we went 0 for 2 this weekend falling in love. But back to the Schneider place. The Schneider place is just hilarious. I mean, you got the hot dog teeter totter. All the seats are like just kind of Schneider seats and like the Schneider hot dog seats, stuff like that. That poutine dog, I will say this, I didn't have a bite. Avery did the review because I just didn't want to do the review because it looked disgusting. It looks so gross. Like, I don't know how people could eat, like, genuinely have multiple of those. It's like a heart attack on a bun.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't great. I'll say that. It wasn't great. I was fighting for my life that night and the next morning. But it's not for everyone. They had like a P-mail something. They have some Caesar dog. Like, I don't even know what that means. But they had everything there. But I don't think the poutine dog is going to stick for that long, if I had to guess.
It could be way better. Like, the cheese curds were dog shit. And then they use home fries, which is the worst thing ever to use on a fucking hot dog. Like, oh my God. Like, you use real fries.
Then it would just like stack up so tall. Maybe like those shredded potatoes that you get at breakfast sometimes, like an IHOP.
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
better.
The Caesar hot dog would probably be worse.
What's on
I
that?
would fucking demolish.
That's probably Caesar dressing.
And I will say this is I can finally say this now because, like I said, #single Johnny. You won't find hotter women on the planet than you'll see at the Toronto Blue Jays games on a weekend. I'll say it. It is absurd. Like, I was walking around, I was like, what in the fuck? Like, it's just credit to the city, man. Credit to this.
It's a good looking city.
It is a good looking city. It was someone bonked me in the comment section. I don't care. There is just an absurd amount of good looking women at Toronto Blue Jays games. I don't know if it was just this weekend, but holy fuck. I'm ready to find love at the Corona Lounge, man. I really am. I'm excited for my future with my future wife at the Corona Lounge.
Something about your wife just rocking some Jays gear at the game too.
It's just it's the best thing on the planet is when girls wear Blue Jays stuff. It's all time. Someone bury me in like I might get married in a like Blue Jays tuxedo with my wife. That's what I might be doing. But I'm
Just full uniform guy and full uniform girl.
we actually ended up seeing them on Friday. You'll see it in the TikTok we're going to be making for the score bet. Yeah, but it's cool to see the Rogers Center different, man. I'm so used to just seeing those like tall, just dark or light blue walls with like those shitty ads on them and stuff like that. It was refreshing. It's refreshing seeing like a roller coaster looking wall, elevated bullpens where the pitchers are under it, like with the screen in front of them and stuff like that. It was cool. It was. I really do like the renovations. I'll pump their tires. It looks sick.
Yeah. It gives you a reason to go to some areas that would never have been used before.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a huge upgrade. And I actually found out what the renos are next year. It's like they're taking out the first level and they're positioning the seats at a different angle, because when they built the stadium, it was meant to be for football as well. So it'll be all pointing, like, I guess, in a better direction towards the field.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
they're going to put in those new seats. Did you guys like the 500 seats?
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, they were cool.
I think they gave you a little more room, something like
Yeah.
that. But I still hate the railings.
I hate the railings. That's why I think Kikuchi Corner would be so much better.
The railings, I guess, are so people don't like flip over, obviously.
100%.
Yeah.
It's so much steeper. Like, we went to Cleveland and they had no railings in their 500s, but I think the 500s at Rogers Center is just so steep.
It is, yeah. That's like a liability for sure. Fuck, especially during a playoff game and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's I'm excited. Like, obviously that's going to be the place to be in the summer, man. I think they sold out every single game, the general admission tickets. So they're clearly doing something right with that. I know obviously it's still early with it, but man, they're definitely doing it right for sure. And me and JR also went to what was the place in left, JR?
There's the Park Social.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a weird setting. It's more meant for like kids.
It's like a babysitting area, you know?
Yeah, like where you just leave your kids there, and then you just say, you don't leave here. I'm sure we're going to go watch the game. You just stay and play MLB.
That is not the vibe I got from there. I saw only grown adults there.
What? They have MLB The Show simulators and shit there. What do you mean it's for grown adults?
No. That's what I'm saying is what I saw. Not that that's what it was for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I think that's for like just kids. Like, for example, 10 years down the road when I have a child, I'm just gonna drop it off there and just I'm gonna do shit. You just stay here and play MLB.
They should add a little, like, you can pay to drop off your kid there. You know
like
what I mean?
Daycare.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, my high school had that because our pregnancy rate was so high. There was like daycares under the weight room. Yeah, no, it's
that's outrageous. That's crazy.
Yeah, Bishop Reading Secondary School fucks, man. Yeah, no, it's this is I'm just
How many people did you know there on Saturday? I felt like every single person I've ever met in my life was at the Jays game on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story about one guy. I'm not going to mention his name.
You gotta tell this story is.
I'm not going to mention his name. So, anyways, he buys. By the way, he had $900. He had $950 on Kikuchi strikeouts, which obviously was like the easiest bet ever, hit like the third inning. So he's like, I'm gonna go buy a jersey, a Varsho jersey. He originally said. I was like, that's a good idea. I mean, I get like he's gonna be here for a while, so that's a good. He comes back with a Matt Chapman jersey. And I get a call. He's like, Johnny, I'm fighting for my life right now at the Blue Jays shop, bro. And I was like, what do you mean? He sent me a picture. Just the number on the Chapman jersey he bought was just falling off. The name Chapman was like ripping off, falling off for no reason. So he went to go return it. And the lady wouldn't take the return. She said, you have to go downstairs. You have to go downstairs. He's like, I'm not going downstairs. Why are you being such a bitch? I'm not going downstairs. So she goes downstairs for him. And he's waiting for 20 minutes. So he's like, I'm not waiting anymore. He just rips a jersey off the rack and just runs. And then I see him outside and he is wearing a medium Toronto. He stole the wrong size Toronto Blue Jays jersey. So it was just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And that was what you say. I mean, Avery, every single Instagram story I saw on my personal Instagram, people were at that Jays game. It was insane. It was like a reunion for just all of old like people that I've known since I was like a kid.
Yeah, I was walking out of the game and I saw 3 or 4 people that I didn't even know were there either. And then Jared and I got caught up with an old coworker. Shout out to Cole. a guy I hadn't seen in forever. I could have stood there and talked to him for fucking 10 innings. It was just like, man, I got to keep going, go watch this game. But
Yeah. So it's that Saturday fucking ruled, man. It was just such a good day for the Browns.
do you love, because I'm a proponent of, I love the midweek games when there's not a lot of people there and I can kind of spread out and do, like, we can do our thing. And then the Saturday games are just crazy with that many people there. Are you guys on the same boat with me?
I like a mix of it. I don't like being at a Jays game when no one's there. It feels a little bit empty. It feels a little bit weird. I do know for room standpoint, like us being able to do content stuff, it makes the most sense. Like it sucked being Kikuchi Korner and like us being 4 rows away from each other, because a lot of the vlog is literally just going to be me, probably, like the reaction stuff like that. But there's give and take. Obviously it's cooler when the stadium's louder and like it's good to capture that on the vlog and it's just not empty seats and stuff like that. But I will say I do like a good mix of it. I won't go to every weekend game, but I'll go to one in a while. I'll go to more weekday games than weekend games, obviously, because the weekend is, first of all, getting into the city is impossible. Yeah, it's like just fucking hell. And then during the week, it's kind of more chill, more relaxed, and I do like that for sure. Where do you stand with that, Jay? Are you a weekday or weekend guy?
That's I think I would say weekend, but it's exciting to think of the idea of a weekday with all the changes. I think with all the changes, weekdays are gonna be way better than
I think there's gonna be more people at weekday games compared to last year because of the stuff.
Yeah, those places, especially for the first week, but those places were jammed. I mean, every place was jam packed.
Yeah. No, it's it's gonna be interesting to see what the bars and stuff like that are like during the week, if it's still busy and all that type of stuff. But so let's go into the games. We'll start talking baseball talk here now. So Friday, obviously, man, Jose Berrios, what an appearance. We just talked about him, but Bo Bichette, fellas. Bo Bichette. 5 for fucking 5, fastest Blue Jay to 500 hits. It just, I know we always talk about this. We really take this dude for granted. This dude has 500 hits in 407 games. It's the most ridiculous shit ever. It really is. And Lupo was talking to me and JR about it last night. Lupo was literally saying he's the best hitter he's ever seen. Like, we take him for granted as fans because of the way he plays at shortstop. But that, like, he was obviously the clear point on Friday where it was like, wow, this guy's special. That was probably the thing that stood out to me the most.
Yeah, he scored a run, couple doubles, just awesome for him. And then one of the other things that Luplo said is that they just want everyone to hit like Bo, which is pretty funny. Yeah, they'll tweak some things. That they just want everyone to hit like Bo. One of the worst parts of that game was Brandon Belt again. Sadly, that was tough to see in person. But then again, you had like Kevin Kiermaier figuring things out at the bottom as well against the Rays. But no, Bo Bichette again. It was shocking to me the first time I saw it, him leading the AL in hits 2 years in a row, and he's just doing it again and again. I looked at a spray chart today, and I was shocked at how many hits he has the opposite way. Because I think he's pulling the ball, as so far this season, his career average, he pulls the ball 30%. This season, 24%. So it's way down. His career average for going the other way, 33%. And so far this season, it's at 43%. So he's fighting off breaking balls and just pushing them the other way for hits like it's no one's business. And he can just wear out over the second baseman's head all season and just rack up hits. And what are we going to say? It's going to be awesome.
Seeing Brandon Belt take the worst swings I've ever seen in person on Friday, it just solidifies, like, he can't be taking away at bats from Kirk, man. He can't be. I don't know what Brandon Belt is doing sometimes at that. I mean, that at bat where I said this was the worst at bat I've ever seen in my life, it was 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, swung at a ball in the dirt, just walk back to the dugout. It's just non-competitive at bats. That's all it is. It's not competitive at bats. It's terrible. It's absolutely fucking terrible.
I'm a proponent of giving someone time to fix things, but like you look at Luplo, who hadn't seen pitching in 4 days, gets 3 at bats, whatever. Then he doesn't see pitching for a week again and 3 at bats. Like, you're not going to expect a guy like that to succeed. But Belt has been given the opportunity to succeed and hasn't done anything.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know, man. It's like the bottom of the order was tough to watch on Friday. It was just the most top heavy shit I've ever seen. Like, but no, it's once the bottom of the order figures this out, like Jano's kind of figuring it out. He's starting to hit the ball hard, starting to be good with that type of stuff. It's going to be a fucking problem because you can make the argument that, I mean, today was just like it was a punt game. They looked like they didn't give a fuck. They were facing one of the best pitchers in baseball. It was like, whatever. Let's just take this L and just go to Houston. That's what it was today.
As soon as Alek Manoah gave up 3 in the first or whatever he did, the team was cooked. And as soon as McClanahan didn't blow up in the first, it was like, oh fuck, like on to Houston for sure.
Yeah, and then so obviously Friday was a weird game. Jimmy Garcia giving up back-to-back home runs. That's something that's just not like him. It's really not like it was a weird game, but credit to Berrios for bouncing back, man. He looked really good. I hope he can pick this up. I hope he can continue to do this. And when he pitches against Houston on Thursday, I hope he can keep it up because it's special. It's so fun to watch him when he's pitching good because his pitches just fall off the table. It's awesome. So we'll go into the Saturday game now. I mean, obviously, I know we touched on it a pretty decent amount, but you say, man, fuck. Those pitching ninja videos of him K-strutting are fucking awesome. Are awesome, man. Like, he's just a cocky Yusei Kikuchi is the coolest thing ever because he knows he's good. And he's throwing 98 backdoor, like just backdoor on the black. It's just, fuck, I watched the videos back because obviously you can't see the swing and misses that we're getting from up there. But fuck, he was so good. So good, dude. And that's what we expect from him, man. He has such good stuff. He's so electric.
A confident pitcher's a dangerous one. I think Kevin Cash said that, or John Schneider.
John Schneider said that.
Okay, yeah. Fuck, it's awesome to see him just like happy and doing well. There was a lot of tweets I saw from people saying like, yeah, getting on board with Yusei Kikuchi kind of started like as a joke to start the year, and maybe it did, but fuck, if you can will a guy back to pitching well based on some fan support and him doing a little bit better, why don't we just do this for like other guys out do this as well, right? It's like awesome for him, man. You don't want a guy signed to a contract like that pitching poorly. You don't want to root for a guy to pitch poorly. So it's awesome just seeing that shit. And again, we were in a bad spot when the right-handed hitters were up and they'd foul him off. It felt like Jano had 8 balls on 2 strike counts pop out of his glove, and we cheered like it was a strikeout, and we really just saw the ball on the ground and it wasn't. So that sucks. And being at games, you don't really take in information as well because there's so much shit going on. But fuck, man, when I look back on some of that stuff and all the swings and misses, that was an electric appearance.
Oh, fuck. I just want to live that moment again because it was I think that was his second career high of strikeouts. He had 9, and it just, he could have had more. I mean, Jano kind of screwed him over a lot with those, the drop balls behind the plate, but it's just Yusei Kikuchi confident, man, is like, he's the 3rd hardest throwing lefty in baseball. That's just plain and simple. So when his stuff is working, it's really hard to hit. And it's awesome to watch a lefty like that throw 97 on the black and have nasty breaking stuff, which is what he had. So it's like, hey, man, if he could at least, I'm not asking for him to do that every game because that was crazy. That was like Cy Young shit. But if it's somewhere in the middle, man, it's fucking give it to me. I want, like, just give me just something in the middle of it. Consistency. That's all we're asking for. And if he can do that, he's had one bad start in 2023. That's all against the Angels. Other than that, he's been really good. Spring training, first appearance, and then the last one. He's had one bad one. So if he can keep this up, problem.
The one run he gave up was on a home run that had an expected batting average of .090. Like, it's under 100 expected batting average.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So it's like, obviously it still counts as a run. It doesn't matter what the expected batting average is, but that goes to show you that was a pretty impressive outing. And a huge spot as well. Like, if you were to tell me at the start of the year, you're facing a Rays team that's 13-0, you're going to take 2-3, and Alek Manoah is going to have by far the worst start of your pitchers there, besides Jose Berrios and Yusei Kikuchi, I probably would have called you a liar.
Yeah, no, for sure. He was awesome, and this bullpen's been awesome. I've been going at it with Blue Jays dad. This bullpen now, after this weekend, is the 7th ranked bullpen in baseball. We haven't been able to say that for a very, very long fucking time. The 7th ranked bullpen in baseball, below a 4 ERA, below a 4 bullpen ERA. That is how you win championships. That is how you go deep in playoff runs. And it helps when you have a guy like Zach Pop, who is skyrocketing on everyone's charts. I think he is probably the fourth best guy in this bullpen.
Yeah, because your boy Anthony Bass he's going down.
He's terrible.
I need you to talk about it.
Well, should we go into it now? Yeah. So okay. Saturday, Jays win. Obviously, awesome game. Well, let's talk about it. So, headline steal on Sunday. Anthony Bass makes a tweet that his 2-year-old was just throwing popcorn around like it's a fucking playground on the United Airlines flight. And he tweets, "You made my 22-week pregnant wife pick it up," and all that type of stuff. I'm on the flight attendant side. I think their job is to keep the plane safe and to like worry about that. And also just have some fucking decency. Like, you see your kid doing that, just stop being a piece of shit entitled motherfucker and just pick it up. It's such a weird and bad look and such like a weird hill to die on. I don't understand why he hit send on that tweet and why he thought like everyone would agree with me on this when it was just no one agreed with him.
Love makes you do crazy things. I need to know Jared's take. I've been waiting all day for this.
I just thought it was like, I think he tweeted at one point, his last tweet was like an hour before game time.
Yeah.
Like, this guy was in the pen tweeting about this shit.
No way he was doing that.
He was sitting in the pen. He was somewhere in the but like, you think some of the boys are like,
dude, he tweeted this at 12:07.
Yeah. The game was at fucking 1:37. So do you think some of the boys saw it and be like, what, like to each other, like, why the fuck did he tweet this? Like, it just wasn't something like, that's just something you keep like internal, like, oh fuck, like fuck United for doing that, you know? Like, but like the fact that he tweeted out like a story type tweet and thought everyone was gonna, like, he's acting like these freaking flight attendants are just supposed to do whatever.
They're garbage ladies.
Yeah, like, it's just like, I mean, like, yeah, is it a bad look? Like, but like, it's also very one-sided on what Bass thinks. Like, maybe the kid was doing much more than just that, and it was causing issues. So I just thought it was really weird. Like, why he tweeting that? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
He's a weird fucking guy at the end of the day.
It's just a really weird thing. It was extremely weird.
And it doesn't help when you do that and then you come into the game and immediately get shelled. Like, I know he technically didn't get shelled, but his ERA is 6.75. Like, let's worry about your own job instead of the flight attendants for now.
You alerted me that his wife has like 1 million Instagram followers.
Yeah, it's because she's the sister of Jesse James Decker.
So then why isn't she bitching when she definitely has more reach than Anthony?
Yeah, that would make more sense.
My thing is when you're as rich as the Jesse James Decker family, because like they had a reality show, so they're like really rich and that type of stuff. Why is your broke ass flying fucking commercial? You ever think about that, you motherfucker? Yeah, like figure it out.
He tweeted 5 hours ago. He tweeted right after the game.
Yeah, did you see what he tweeted too? Read it.
Yeah, he said they provided the popcorn. What? Like what, dude? Of course they provided the fucking popcorn. What, you're bringing full bags of popcorn on airlines like that? Like open like cinema bags of popcorn on the fucking airline? No, man, shit, they gave you the popcorn.
He was getting in the mud, dude. Like,
love makes you do crazy things. It makes you think differently.
Oh my god, it almost has 1 million impressions.
That was probably the story of today's game too, if it's not Alek Manoah.
Yeah,
crazy, man. Bass is gonna get canceled.
Well, he can. He's a January 6er. He's a weird cat. He's just a weird fucking cat at the end of the day. And I loved Spencer's tweet. Did you guys see Spencer's tweet, Avery?
It wasn't about the movie theaters.
No. So Spencer tweeted, I gotta pull this up. This is the funniest tweet I've ever read.
He had a really funny one too about.
Dude, Spencer's the best.
That guy just has a heyday when you see something like this.
Spencer's the best. He said, funny story from this week. I'm flying Miami to Toronto and I have this annoying child eating popcorn in front of me. And as soon as the mom goes to the bathroom, I call the flight attendant to clean up the mess and they made the mom do it. Thanks, United. Funniest thing ever.
He had another one where someone was commenting on the situation and they were comparing the flying to movie theaters. how people just come in there. He's like, yeah, they have a cleaning, or someone said they have a cleaning crew. And he goes to say, yeah, I usually bring in all my home garbage and leave it in a movie theater too.
But that's the argument that people were even making to me, because I said, what did I say? I was like, I'm on the flight attendant side, and someone says, when you go to the movie theaters, do you clean up? Yeah. Yeah, I bring my garbage to the garbage like a normal fucking human being. I don't just spam the fucking movie theaters full of my garbage. Like, I'm not a barbarian. It was just the most entitled tweet I've ever seen. And I was wondering if like Jay's front office guys or even like teammates are looking at that like, dude, why are you tweeting this?
Yeah,
like we're in the middle of a fucking season and you're tweeting about like popcorn on the floor of a United flight that your daughter did. It was such a weird thing to do. And he just kept doubling down because he put it on his Insta story too. He just doubled down on it. Yeah. It's like, no one agreed with you, bro. No one agreed with you besides maybe the crazy January Sixers, like the Tommy Loren hive or some shit. They all agreed with him.
His wife probably agreed with him too.
Yeah. It was just so dumb. It took
the fact that the wife took a picture before she cleaned it up too.
That was dumber. Because that mess was insane. There was popcorn fucking everywhere on that floor. Everywhere. If I was her, it would have been a Galaxy
brain having their headphones in. Why don't they just make the kids clean it up? Hey, clean up your mess. Right?
Jared, those were infants.
Dude, well, see, my thing is this. If I was her and me being like a street smart guy, what I would have done is I would have like picked up and cleaned up like half of it and just took a picture of like barely any popcorn on the floor and just been like, see how crazy they are for not picking this up.
I would have got my kid.
Isn't that even worse though? If there's like 5 pieces of popcorn, it's like United won't clean this up. Like,
I guess that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I guess it goes both ways, but it's just like usually what happens like is the normal situation is just like a flight attendant would just be like, do you need help with this to clean up? Like maybe there was an altercation on the plane.
I don't The flight attendant has nuts to tell her to clean it up.
I respect. That's a power move. She probably lost her job because of it. Right? Telling a pregnant woman to
Some of the flight attendants can be pretty aggressive.
No, they can't.
Some people hate their jobs.
In this situation, though, like, what do you want them to get on their knees to clean up?
To clean up after a child just throwing popcorn everywhere? No, it's funny.
Just crazy why Bass is like, why, dude?
Just shut the fuck up, bro.
Like, dude, you have a game in an hour, man.
You know what's the craziest thing about this series? Like, this is off topic with the Bass stuff is the Jays won 2 out of 3 and only hit 1 home run. Like, that's the new brand of Blue Jays baseball. 1, they're playing in Coors Field North, like Avery said. And 2, they're doing this without home runs in a small little league ballpark. It's crazy. I think that's the most impressive thing, Avery, for me at least.
Well, maybe it's not playing that big because there wasn't that many home runs this weekend at all. It was just an outburst in the first game. And again, the dome was closed for the first game when they hit a ton of home runs. And then after that, it was open every game, was not.
Yes.
So it's playing a little different, I guess, with the roof open.
Yeah, we'll see. It's interesting brand of baseball, but that ball George Springer hit on Friday, that first pitch ball was skull fucked on. That ball, first pitch.
Missed it because of my stupid fucking phone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to talk about that. So Avery had a massive collapse on Friday. So I send Avery the tickets, and his phone just doesn't work. So he couldn't go to his Apple wallet. So I had to continue to show the usher. By the way, it's so fucking dumb. You can't just show your ID to the usher and the ticket being sent to you.
We almost had to manager alert.
We had to go. I was going to have to buy another ticket and go in. And then he said they don't sell physical tickets anymore. So it's like, if your phone doesn't work, how can you get in?
So how does 70-year-olds go to the Blue Jays games?
Yeah, I don't know. They're
I think you can print it at home. I think you can print it at home.
I guess if you have the bar.
What's it called when associations or companies try to fuck over the older people?
Ageism.
Do the Toronto Blue Jays have ageism? Some are starting to say. It's just crazy. There's no physical tickets anymore.
Is there scalpers? Do those people
but
exist?
I don't know how they would send them to you.
I guess email. But my thing is this: is like, one of the coolest things when I was a kid, at least growing up, was having the physical tickets and then being able to just kind of store them. And like when I grow up looking back on it, like I do now with my old Blue Jays tickets, it's just now it's gone out of your phone in like a second. Like the day after, it's just out of your Apple wallet. You never see it again. It's I'm out on technology. I'll say it right now. I'm out on technology.
Like the old Leafs tickets, my dad used to have company tickets that I get to go to a couple games a year, and they'd have art on them and stuff of the players on the team. Those are nice collectibles. Now they just add up in my Apple wallet right next to my credit card. It's like, oh
yeah,
kind of
for sure.
But I went to the mobile ticket help. My phone was dead to rights, like wouldn't turn off, wouldn't do anything at all. And she takes my phone. We had tried everything to turn it on and off. And she just clicks. She goes, holds the side button, up, down, up, down. My phone miraculously turns off. She's like, yeah, this happens all the time. And I just couldn't believe it. I finally get into the game. I missed the first inning. And then I see, or the top of the first, I think. And then after that, we were fine. But I was flustered, man. That stunk out loud.
Yeah, for sure. So let's go into Sunday's game. What the fuck's going on with Alek Manoah? What's going on? I mean, this is 3 starts in a row now. I guess the KC one was good, but it's the fucking Kansas City. Like, come on, it's Kansas City Royals. Like, let's not be. That's when you know Alek Manoah has been bad, is when you're justifying he had a good start against the Kansas City Royals to make it seem like he has been good this year. He has been fucking terrible. He walks everyone. No one swings at his slider. We were talking about that on the stream, Avery. No one even offers at it. They just, I don't know if he like is tipping it or what he's doing, but when he throws it, there's not even a bat off the shoulder. It's just, I'm going to let this. You said it's 21. It was 21% strikes today with the slider, right?
Yeah. So let's go. 32% strikes on the slider. And they only had a zone swing percentage of 33%. And when they swung at it in the zone, they had 100% contact rate. He only had an out of zone swing percentage of 32%. He did get he only got 2 whiffs on it too. It's like you feel it's the left foot or the left batter's box where the slider ends up to righties on a neutral count where it's like no one is swinging at this at all. I think it's got to be a pitch tipping issue, man. Like from how good it seemed to be last year to how bad it is now. How can you just get that much worse with not a lot changing? And again, it was walks with him too. Like, what a horrible start. Did you think the Yandy Diaz thing was on purpose?
No.
I don't think so either.
There was something right there from before.
Not that I remember. If someone in the comments,
I thought there was something.
Can let us know.
I mean, holy fuck, bad. He was terrible today.
Horrible.
Like, you can't come. Like you just didn't set up this team to have a chance to win this game, like at all. Just a horrendous start
from the first pitch. JR,
yeah,
he hits the first guy, and then next guy walks him on 4 pitches. That's when you knew it was going to be a catastrophic appearance from Alek Manoah today.
But when bad things go, they start to snowball of more bad things. Like Josh Lowe, I definitely think he swung and went on that one in the first inning, but that third base ump, I was done with his shit all weekend. But
horrendous. That should have been out of that pitch that he threw.
Yeah,
to Lowe after should have been gone. I mean, that was fucking
slider
terrible.
Top of the zone.
Yeah. When that came off the bat, I actually thought that was just gonna. I'm like, that has to be out of the park. That was a horrendous pitch.
Yeah, but again, he was like a check swing call away from being good, and then the other one, the Christian Betancourt home run, is a squibber from Vidal Brujan that goes to Matt Chapman that Josh Lowe runs to third on, which made no sense. Chapman doesn't make a play, and then a home run happens. So again, it was kind of unlucky, but you kind of make your own luck, I think, right? Like being in the zone more often. If you're going to throw a ton of balls, you're in the zone not that often. Then they hit you when it's in the zone. It's going to make for some bad shit, man.
So where do you stand right now with your 5 most comfortable pitchers you are with the Toronto Blue Jays? And I'll go first. I don't think this is a hot take by any means. Obviously, Gausman won. That's not even just – he is light years better than every other pitcher on this team. Bassett's looked really good his last 2 appearances. Yeah. I'm going Gossman, Bassett, Kikuchi, Manoah, Berrios.
I'm probably there with you.
But
I'd
would
probably
you?
say-
But can you justify being more comfortable with Berrios right now over him? Because Berrios is
No.
actually pitched, but Berrios has pitched good
No.
against against good teams though. Like he
No.
carved the Rays. Manoah hasn't pitched good against a good team. He got shelled against the Cardinals and shelled against the Tampa Bay Rays and pitched well against the Royals. You can make arguments for both, but I 100% agree. It probably has to be Manoah 4, Berrios 5. But Kikuchi is easily the third I'm most comfortable with him on the mound starter based off his spring and all of his starts besides one this year where he got bad luck with the Dalton Varsho drop pop fly. I think it goes Gossman, Bassett, Kikuchi, Manoah, and Berrios. That's like the 5 most, like that's in the order of the most guys I'm the most comfortable with, right? Has to be.
For sure. But to be fair, that doesn't really matter at all, right? But I think it's a good thing to think about. Alek Manoah, the one good thing I was happy about today is his velo was finally up.
Yes.
So now let's work off that velo, some game plan things. He kind of took it like a man too. Me and my old man were listening to the post game after I got back from hockey, and he's like, "Yeah, he took it on the chin. He wore it. He's like, I don't think I really need to go back to the drawing board. He liked what he was throwing. It's just."
But he was good besides the first, and then
you did tweet that he was pitching better, and immediately he stunk it up.
Yeah, I gave up like 7 or 6 or whatever it was. Yeah, it wasn't good, but yeah, I don't know.
It's frustrating as fuck because you know how good a guy can be again, right? It's the Berrios thing. If you're a bad pitcher, if Drew Hutchison's doing this, it's just like.
But in our defense, though, Ave, we were warned by the stat nerds about this. We weren't. They gave us something to worry about with just how hard he does get hit and how much contact he does give up. So we should have at least a little bit expected it.
I think I made it known to you guys that's definitely a possibility of happening, but it's the walks that's the weird thing, right? Like you can't really account for walks and like doing the stats and what's the word I'm thinking of? Forecast him walking way more guys.
True.
It's just that's not a part of it. But the hard hit is always a thing. You look at FIP and batting average on balls in play, and that tells you kind of how lucky or unlucky you get. And there's definitely bound to be regression.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go. Okay, so another guy that I have to talk about, or I'll be pissed at myself when I'm talking about this. We talked about this last episode. Santiago Espinal, man. This guy is fucking lost at the plate. And spring training, you can make the argument that his stock would have been high. He was raking in the spring training. You have teams like the Dodgers who need good defensive, quote unquote, guys that are able to hit, which he obviously can't do right now. And the Jays held on to him, obviously rightfully so. And now he is just deteriorating. He is worth legitimately fucking nothing. He is 2 for 31 with 2 RBIs. He's hitting .065, a 121 on base percentage, and a .186 OPS. This guy stinks out loud right now. And obviously, if I'm the Jays, you kind of just have to just keep him and just hope he gets hot. That's all you have to do because he is good defensively. I will give him that. But he has been terrible at the plate. Fucking terrible. And he's getting opportunities. Not like we talked about, Avery, with the Luplo situation where he's hitting once every 8 days. Espinal is playing a lot. So this is just inexcusable shit now.
Yeah, if Otto Lopez had a better start to his minor leagues, I don't even know his stats. Someone told me that he wasn't playing well. I think there'd be a conversation about him probably going down at some point here because he needs to play to get better. There's still work to him as a player at the big league level. And if you're going to struggle this much, there might be some looking into to get him down because, again, as much as Kevin Biggio kind of grinds my gears, he's someone he's going to have good at-bats. He's going to find a way on base as well, and it's just not happening the same way.
But you have to play Witt. Witt's earned his second base spot, man. I know it's obviously we're not talking about he's not hitting like unreal, but he's hitting at a 250 clip with Merrifield, and he's going to give you that good defense at second base. He's a grizzled vet. Whit Merrifield is my second baseman right now. That's just, I mean, Whit Merrifield last 7 games hitting 296, 8 for 27, had a slow start, really turned it around. Last 15 games hitting 273. So Whit Merrifield deserves to be the everyday second baseman. That's just plain and simple. There's just no other way to discuss. There's no argument to be made about it. He's competing with Biggio and fucking Espinal. Whit Merrifield should be starting every day at second base, and Dalton Varsho should be in left field every single day, no matter what. That's what it should be. Plain and simple.
Can't disagree. It's kind of what I said preseason.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah. So
here
let's
we
go.
are again.
So let's go into your winners and losers. JR, let's go. Let's start off with your winner.
My winner would be, I mean, I gotta go with Kikuchi. Kikuchi's my winner. I guess Kikuchi Korner is my winner too. I guess a little package deal there. So I'm gonna go with Kikuchi.
As you should. Avery, what about yours?
Fuck, there's a lot. I'll go. This probably isn't the best. I'll go Jordy.
Two saves.
Two saves, takes a ball off the ribs, had some issues. Guys on base, there's 3 shit hits for them to get on base, and he locked them down, and they won the game. So 2 saves for Jordan Romano, and I like what Sportsnet did with them showing him coming into the game.
Yeah, that's another one.
I fucking thought it was awesome.
It was sick, and obviously it's a little bit of copy with the Edwin Diaz stuff, but whatever.
But there's no reason not to make a closer's entrance really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Another part.
It should be cool. That's the whole fucking point of home field advantage. So my winner is, I know we chirp a lot. I'm gonna go with Buck Martinez, man. Every once in a while with this podcast, I'll get moments where I'm like, I can't believe this is real life right now. And one of those was a guy that I've been watching since I was literally a child, every single day in the summer watching Blue Jays baseball, mentioned something that we did, mentioning Kikuchi Korner. That's why he could have been a dickhead about it. He could have said something just completely off brand and then made us fucking go at him and stuff like that and be mad about it. He didn't. He took the high road. He said Kikuchi Korner, which is what we've been talking about the entire time. And that's my winner is Buck Martinez, man. That was fucking awesome.
I think and as a podcast, I think the group would say that the Master Gators are big winners for this weekend.
Yes, because they showed up in full. I mean, it'll never not be weird having people ask me for pictures, but the Master Gators were all time this weekend. You fucking love to see it. And it's a rowdy bunch of people, but respectful though. No drunk idiots. So I can respect that too. It was a good bunch of people. So
we know we can do something like that again. So
yeah,
good on the people there,
for sure. Okay, let's go into the losers. Then we'll just kind of break down this Astros series, and then we'll send them home. Who's your loser this week, JR?
Did Abe even pick a winner?
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah,
okay,
Jordan.
Yeah. Okay. My loser. This might come as a surprise, but it's the poutine dog. That's my loser.
That's a good
I
loser.
think it's overhyped as shit. And obviously we talked about there needs to be some difference. There needs to be some additions to that dog if it's going to compete.
Just have chili cheese dogs instead.
Yeah. And then for an actual, I got to put Snyder. I think the Luplo putting him in against McClanahan is like, it's like a suicide mission, man. Like, after what so I think you should give him some sort of opportunity coming up.
Yeah,
trust in your guys.
It can't get worse than Brandon
Belt's
Belt.
been that bad. Like you don't. I think he's almost overthinking it. Like Belt needs to play at least every third day, or
Yeah, for sure.
He's getting worse. But it's like, dude, like you can't. It's not a charity case in the major league. It's not a charity case. So
I agree.
So that's where I'm at.
What's your loser, Abe?
Probably the state of Florida. Alek Manoah's from there, and then Anthony Bass. Anthony Bass's family flew from Florida to Canada.
Yeah, that's a big loser. That's a massive loser this weekend. My loser, I have 2. So one of them is me. I always promised myself that I would never get finessed by women for drinks. And Saturday at the bar, there was these 2 Italian girls. I don't even know if they were good looking.
No, they were.
They were.
Mm-hmm.
I got finagled by them. Absolutely finagled. Put in a back pocket finesse job to buy them drinks after I just spent $300. But Lupolo did give me $200 American to pay for everything, like because he wanted to pay for the boys, so he gave me $200. But I got finagled by these two Italian girls. They went into my phone, made me follow them on Instagram,
Didn't follow
and
back.
didn't follow me back. So I just
No.
immediately blocked them. So that I am the loser of this week is because I know I never want to be that guy. Let me buy you a drink. Let me buy I never want to be that guy I'm not a guy that gets used for drinks. I think I'm I'm like a 5 or 6. I'm not a 2 where I have to just buy a girl a drink to talk to them. I'll scoop to that level. And I got fucking body bagged by that this week. And I went outside my morals, and it will never happen again. So that's one. And the other one is hangovers. I feel miserable. I haven't ate.
Fuck. You're an idiot with eating.
Well, yesterday I didn't eat, and then we got
Osmos could be the loser too.
Yeah, we had Osmos after we were fucked up, so I just pulled trig and just whatever. It was all gone after. I don't know why I ate that. It was just the most disgusting taste when you're drunk. I don't know why we did that, Jared. It was so dumb. But my loser of the week is hangovers. And so let's go into this Astros series here. Astros might be on poverty watch. I watched their game tonight. Bottom of their lineup is fucking cat shit. They're getting worked by Andrew Haney, and then they have to go up against Kevin Gossman tomorrow. So it's Kevin Gossman versus Christian Javier, Chris Bassett versus Urquidy, and Berrios versus Luis Garcia. So Berrios versus Garcia, both pitchers have over a 7.7 ERA. So that game's going to be, I don't know what we could expect from that game, but what are we thinking here, Avery? What are we thinking here? 2-1 Jays? I like these matchups. I like these pitching matchups.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been wrong on every one.
You have been. You have been. Yep.
I'll go 2-1. I feel really good about Gausman. I think the other guys will be fine too. I think Bassett will get a win.
Yep. I like that. I think we have great matchups.
Yeah, Altuve being gone really does fuck this team. This Astros team. They're a completely different team. Bregman's hitting below 200 now, I think, or at least close to it. They're kind of really just relying on like Jordan to just do everything for them, I think. So, yeah, I think the Jays offense is in a way better spot than the Astros offense is, and the Jays bullpen's in a better spot than the Astros bullpen right now. So I'm going to go Jays. You know what? I'm going to say Jays. I'm going to say Jays sweep. The Jays sweep the Astros in Houston. Yep, I'm calling it. Jays sweep the Astros Houston. Berrios keeps it going and absolutely fucking carves the Houston Astros. So that's where I'll go with that. And Jared, I wanted to bring this up before we end the episode here. What's the deal here? Are we going to get the USI Young shirts this week? Like, where are we at with it? Like, get the prototypes, stuff like that? Because I'm not going to text the distributor. I don't want to text them anymore. Where are you stand with that? Should we give them to the people this week?
Let's announce a visual of the shirt this week.
Okay. I'll get that done.
We'll confirm that, and then what we want to make it look, because we can make it work, whatever we want to make it work.
Yeah.
And then let's just confirm. Let's have a launch of just like the design.
Yeah.
To get everyone hyped, and then say official release date coming soon.
Yes. Okay. And I'm pretty sure all the stuff is going to be shipping on Monday.
Yeah.
A lot of the orders are shipping.
So we confirmed the first 55 orders, or how many that there were on the first day, should be shipped next week, early next week, like Monday or Tuesday.
So expect some of your Gate 14 gear very, very soon. And the vlog is going to be out on Wednesday, man. Shout out to Judah, dude. This guy's been grinding.
Yeah, that preview of it. He sent us that preview. I took a look at it.
Yeah, you watched it.
Where do you see that?
On our Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
On Instagram. Yeah, this is like as professional as it gets. And he's an 18-year-old kid. I shout out to Judah, man. Honestly, he's really fucking smashing it out of the ballpark. So expect a really good electric vlog on Wednesday, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways,
maybe even Tuesday, man, if it gets done. Whenever.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I didn't want to rush him, but I told him Wednesday we want to get it out. But as always, man, love you guys. What a goddamn weekend for the brand. What a goddamn weekend for the Gate 14 listeners, for everyone, man. It wouldn't be done without you guys. I tweeted it. We made history. I appreciate you guys, everyone that just was involved in this. Love you guys. Gate 14 forever. Let's have ourselves a fucking week. And the next preview you guys are going to be getting, the next episode, is before a Yankees series. Does it get any fucking better? Does it get any better than that shit? Let's have a goddamn week, everyone.